Hello everyone! We're invited over by the Dragonscale Expedition once we hit Renown rank 13. They have found a whole lot of interesting stuff across the Dragon Isles, but one discovery, it stands above the rest. They have found a door. And not just any door. A door forged by the Titans and sealed against the world. No one's been able to open it up yet, but knowing its origins, there has to be some good stuff behind it. Lore, artifacts, perhaps even a new steamy romance novel. We gotta get inside there. So we join Nalidia Rivergleam of the Reliquary and Tawdy Whiskers of the Explorers League near Tierholds within Tel Dresses. We can witness the door with our own eyes, and it's sealed alright. Outside, there are 3 broken watchers and a snapped staff. We're gonna have to find a way to repair this place, and someone who might have some guidance on how to do this, it would be Kurnos, one of the few Titanic Watchers still operational. They guide us to the Blue Dragonflight, who've been diving deep into the archives, and what did you know, it's one journal. It gives us all the answers that we need to open up the vault. We're not the only ones looking for the secrets and powers of the Titans though. Within our capital, in broad daylight, Scale Commander Sarkaref, leader of the Sundered Flame. Those Dragfear, they decided to step away from it all and become a problem. They strike and they steal our information. Now, we're no longer the only ones on this path, but no matter. We know now what to do. When Keeper Tyr, way back when, emerged from the facility, he commanded 3 watchers to remove the stones atop their staffs and pass them to the draconic denizens at 3 points across the Dragon Isles. 3 stones to be collected, starting with the Stone of Judgment at the Veiled Ossuary right here in Tel Dresses. They don't call this the City of the Dead without a reason, or probably want to keep the Death Knights away from here before they start crafting new mounts again. After following Nalida's familiar, fighting off any of the Sundered Flame that try to stop us, we got our hands on our first stone. Next up is the Stone of Vigilance at Zelfarek Outpost. Looks like they found the stone here already, and it was just a little bit unstable. Now it's bursting to pieces, but our allies are capable of putting it back together, as long as we can gather all the different pieces. Now I'd love to add a little bit of extra information to this questline, but there's not that much going on. Nalidia and Toddy, they are both new characters introduced for Dragonflight, and I honestly expected them to be part of a book or a short story, maybe a comic, similar to how I expected The Rise of the Elements to get a bit more introduction. Neither of that happened. They just showed up, hand in hand, supporting us on our adventures through the Dragon Isles. They represent the Explorers League on the Alliance side, and the Horde equivalent of the Explorers League called the Reliquary for the Hordes. I would love to see these two be part of a comic or a short story, something to learn a bit more about them, beyond the occasional gossip text. Either way, after we pick up the pieces, we can repair the second stone. Then we fly off to Toddy to collect the third one. There's some good news and some bad news here. The good news is that the stone has already been found. Bad news, it's been found by the Sundered Flame, who subsequently lost their mind, as Mako's journal explains. Sarkaref sent me here to find an ancient artifact. Along with 2 others, they will open the way to a great Titan vault. I will not fail him. Success. With the help of my arcane abilities, I've recovered the stone. Sarkaref will surely reward me. He claimed that this stone is but a means to a greater power. However, the energy it contains is prodigious. With it, I could claim my rightful place in the Sundered Flame, if only I can learn to control it. As I gaze into the stone, I find myself recalling knowledge without knowing its origin. Only fragments, maddening and incomplete. Where does this insight come from? Is it the stone, or have I spent too long alone in this tower? I brought a captured Gorlock into the tower, stone held in front of me. The crude, pelagic thing knelt as if waited for my word. I commanded it to bring others. The pressure in my skull is incessant and building. My army grows, and brings treasures to honor my majesty. Sarkaref commanded us to strike from the darkness. He said that our power is greater when it's unseen, but he does not know what the stone has shown me. It sees all. Poor, pathetic Sarkaref. How silly to think I once craved his respect. I should be the one to lead the Sundered Flame and reclaim our lost glory. The Stone of Insight. It's taken Mako's mind into some very dark places. Best to reclaim it and finally get the door open. Or at least that was my hope, until we met it back up at base camp and were asked for a bit more patience. They need to figure out a way to get those 3 stones aligned and open the door properly. In other words, We need to get ourselves all the way to rank 24 with the Dragonscale Expedition in order to see the next part of the story. Definitely some motivation to get the next bit of Renown. But that's going to be for the future though. So for now, thank you very much for watching everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time, see ya!